also.
All right, there we go. We are live. Just gonna make sure I got everything coming through here. There we go. Try and bring that up just a little bit louder. Well, let's see. Slew Stumpy, hello. The Scribe, hello. What's going on, Jamie? Yo, what's up? Florida Rebel, Giggity, what's up? There's Bo, yo, yo, yo. Everyone on Discord, hang on just a moment. Getting a few things set. Hey, look at that. We got a subscriber, too. Let's go ahead and push that out live. Let's get things rocking and rolling. Thank you to that, well, that subscriber right over there. What's up, guys? We'll try to keep this hopefully going healthy. We'll see if this kind of works. I'm also going to go ahead and open up Discord. Yo, there we go, guys. All right, we've got it going. See if we keep things rocking and rolling. We are on the non-toxic Discord, so if anyone wants to join, I'm not using mine this time around, but Bo or Zalan, if you guys are in the YouTube chat, you want to drop a link to that whatsoever for anyone to bring us. Jay Nunez, sup, bro? What's going on? I have not really started my hardcore grind. We'll get there. Will did not get an alert for some reason. Oh, man, I got to make you a moderator? I got to do this. Hold on now. I got to do some more tech stuff that I don't know how to do. There we go. There's my dots. Hey, look at that. There's another subscriber. Let's see. Go to channel. Oh, let's add you as a moderator. There we go. Now you should be set, Bo. But, Will, you know, Luxley, here's the thing. Honestly, I get a lot of notifications for my channel almost like 24 hours after I actually post stuff. I don't know what's going on there, but... you know, it is what it is, I guess. But we're live. That's what we've got going on. We got 27 watching. We'll go ahead and get into it. I know you may have already seen it, but I'm also going to make sure I get it up there on my channel too. But on Discord, we've got Bo, we've got Scorpion Sting hanging out. Zalan is also there on Discord. I've got them basically just on whatever, speakerphone, because I'm not good enough to figure out how to put it into my real stream. But let's talk about this event, and let's start out with... everything that we know about what's happening right now.
Are you on? Are you live?
I am live, and I've got my mute on Discord every so often, just to kind of prevent maybe a little bit of echo or anything like that. But I'll just kind of leave that open.
Okay.
So. There we go. Can't hear you on Discord yet, but I'm toggling back and forth on the mute. Got stuff going on. Here we go. Let's see if we can get this working out. But we've got the Alliance War Gathering Storm, right? We've got the Storm Maidens coming at us. And I actually made a joke on Twitter earlier. Let me see if I'll pull this one up. Leave Discord there, too. I thought I was actually making a pretty good funny for a moment. They posted, you know, we're going live. And I put up, let's see if we can throw it up on the camera. But I put up, you know, Dr. Evil, and like, ooh, is it going to be 100 million souls? And that joke actually pretty much fell flat because they totally made it 200 million. So we've got that. That totally backfired on me. I was like, oh, I'm gonna try to be kind of hilarious here, and they're just kind of like, no, we're gonna actually punk you guys.
Yeah. They're like 100 million souls. We could
Yeah, and then not only that, Pure 79er, hey, what's going on? Ron Gamer, hey, what's up? Hairdo Storm Maiden theme, yeah, little something different. Uh, call it Storm Maiden. All that, a little more blue, but it's all good. We've got 200 million, and you know what I thought was interesting too. What they even said on their stream was they actually are prepared in case we don't hit that 200 million soul count. Has nobody thought to actually go ahead and put the challenge out there and be like, let's not get 200,000 intentionally? Like, let's just stop at 199 million.
I thought about that too.
Let's just go. Let's just do 199 million, and then everyone just be like, we're done. Let's just call it there. We got everything else. I thought that would be kind of pretty hilarious, personally. But the one thing, and I did put it on Twitter, and this would be my recommendation. If you guys are on Twitter, go to the Dawn of Titans or go to mine. My Twitter handle is right up there, too, above my head. But go on there and try to like and or repost the suggestion I put out there. Bo, I know I saw you do it as well, of at least asking them to post a tweet update of how many souls we have daily. Because we can't really track it, Zalan, we were talking about it on your thing too. You can't track it, and my guess is that these icons on screen right now will pretty much just light up when we get them. And everything in between there we don't know. I mean, we don't even really know what that relic in between the, the whetstone. We don't know what that exact count is, and the, the boost token, there we go. I'm guessing, this is my guess, is I think that's going to be like, I don't know if that's just going to be a relic. That would be kind of weird just to give us a simple relic like that. I mean, we've got Portal Stones, a simple relic. It would have been great if they put in this global leaderboard a guaranteed 4-star relic boost. That would have been nice to see. I would take that over, the token.
Yeah, that would be cool. I like that.
And then we've got the Runic Tattoo, the Whetstone, and those are the only place to get the 4-star versions of that, right? So we'll go into, milestones and all that stuff in a minute. But let's just go ahead and do an event breakdown. We'll get into some grind and we'll just do it. I've only got an hour, and I'm actually going to be sticking to that hour for this stream. I think, what is it? Bo, are you coming up after me?
Yes, I do believe I'm coming up after you.
Cool. So we'll keep it to an hour. But let's get into it, right? We've got the Storm Maidens are, well, they're almost arrived because we've got to unlock them first. But the very last 200 mil is going to be unlocking the Asgardian Hall. You have to at least be castle level 14. So that's where we'll get them. We'll also be able to finally access the Lightning Storm if, and again, this is the big detail, is if your Spellforge, no, what is it? Yeah, Spellforge, there we go, is level 10. So make sure you've got those updates going so you can get that Storm as soon as possible. I think, personally, it's one of my favorite spells at the moment. Getting a chance to play with it, I think, was pretty fun. I dig almost how, like, quote-unquote smart it basically is, that it targets the troops rather than just being like the meteor that just basically bombards a certain area. And what else we've got? We've got the Vikings, so we're seeing the all-new Grimbald and the all-new Skullgrim. We, of course, can see their skill build out here. We've got new skills. They immediately rolled out to X skills. I did ask on the live stream, why did they jump to X skills right away? And we got the answer was they basically had to. In order to basically compete where everything else is in the game, they have to introduce X skills, even for this new troop. So, Slew Stumpy, is there a list online of YouTubers scheduled like last time? We don't, I think. I know Zalan was trying to coordinate it with Natural Motion or
No,
DOT.
there's not. This is not like a 24-hour
right.
stream, so we need to do that this time.
But we are hoping that maybe, maybe not at the beginning, but maybe throughout the stream goes on, that they might put out some tweets or alerts or something like that on social channels. So we provided them a list of who's basically streaming. You may or may not get the notifications, but at the end of the stream, we will do a rundown. I'll give you the current list. Zalan, Bo, you guys can offer if anyone else has commented. I know Godan kind of had to switch gears just because of work. but I know he's coming up later on, so we'll look at that. What else do we have? I think one thing I want to talk about before we get to rating with the whole Vikings recharged is we've got two Vikings that are not on this list. We have Arvan and we have Solgar, right? So what do you guys think, especially on Discord, even in the chat, post what your thoughts are. You guys can just shout it out. You're not on mute. What do we think the additional skill builds are going to be out for Arvan and Solgar? Are we basically just going to see the other troops, right? We've got Imperials, Grenadiers. Are we eventually just going to see Goliaths and Panthers? Are we going to see any mixes of human troops? Because currently, with 4 Titans, we've got more troops to buff than we do have Vikings.
Do we know if they're even going to rework all the Vikings?
Yeah, they said they're going to rework 4 Titans, is what I constantly heard. So the 4 Vikings, which would be Grimvald, Skullgrim, Arvan, and Solgar, but they've basically thrown Thorhild out to the wolves. She's getting no love.
She's technically not a Viking.
Right. I really wish she was. I mean, she's basically dressed up like it at all, but what are you gonna do? Maybe one day she'll get some love and come back over to the Vikings. But from what I've seen posted through all like the line chats is, and I, to be fair, Zalon tried catching me up, but I still haven't even watched it. The last live stream is everybody keeps saying it's gonna be 4. I mean, even just by this, right? If they're going to buff Imperials and Grenadiers, you'd imagine they at least have to do the other, top-tier troops, the Goliaths and the Panthers. So that's my guess. Just food for thought, What do you think? So let's go to the next one. What else do we have going? Oh, go for it.
On Godan's stream, he showed Godan's little quick video. He did show the other ones that they got. They did get Solgar and the other one already, and they do have Goliath and Panther buffs.
There we go. Nice. So eventually we'll have a good full mixture there.
Yeah.
And I just didn't look at, and they are all, everything is X skills. So the Storm Maidens and the Imperials are all X skills, but it doesn't say whether they're going to be full-on defensive or offensive, or if the ability to get a mix is going to be in there. So we'll see. Probably just basically keep an eye out and band line for the moment the first person gets that Grimvalder Skullgrim.
I already got my Skullgrim.
What's the skill build out?
I got all defensive.
All defense. So I wonder, and I'm just curious because when we get a few, I wonder if they're all going to be defensive or if they're going to be a mix.
Well, I know that they're going to be mixed, but I got all defensive. So I got health and armor for the Storm Maidens, and the health and armor for the Grenadiers, and then for the Titan himself, I got armor piercing.
Okay.
I'm not too upset at it. I can still make do with it as long as I put some attack relics on him.
Yeah, I mean, if you can go full on attack, and I mean, even if you use the Titan as the offensive piece, you can use the things like this, even this serrated edge right here. You've got the Titan damage, and then you could boost the Storm Maiden damage and crit with the relics. So there might be some good combinations. I think Yuki said he's got everything up there, but right in the database, right? So maybe you can start doing your builds if you haven't already done, or have you already done it?
He's got the relics, but he doesn't have the Storm Maidens, and he says he won't have them until they're unlocked.
That's why I was asking the devs on the live stream if they could show the stats for the Storm Maidens.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Maybe we'll at least, if they drop us that little gift package they were mentioning, then maybe we can get a better idea of exactly what we have for stats, if we can get our hands on them a little early, right?
Yeah, that's true.
All right, let's see. Arven is Goliaths and Storm Maidens. I got one for right, the end of season. They said they were already dropping there a little bit. So Cully said Arven is Goliaths and Storm Maidens as well, confirming that too, just the extra bonus. Ken Johnson, which is 12K. Let's take a look at the milestone rewards. We've got the Norse gods given the 1.2 boost along with other Vikings, so take your pick. We got the Crazy 8s for the relics. Let's get in and look at the rewards. 12K, just to answer your question, Ken. Let's just swipe on through because I don't have it all memorized. At 14K, you've got Skullgrim. 12K souls is going to be your whetstone. So, and then you've got Grimvold comes in at 18K, right? So there's your major titans for it. But let's start at the beginning here and do a little breakdown, kind of go through it all. And of course, I've got my value breakdown for everybody here as well, what's going into it. Swayam Baraska, nice t-shirt matching the Storm Maiden stream. Yeah, I went a little purple here. Not even just the hair too, right? It's what I get to do. But do you even crit? Now, I do want to make one now that's going to be Storm Maiden focused. So I'm going to have to see if we can come up with a little slogan to put on a t-shirt for Storm Maidens. Ron Gamer, what's my event goal? Grind in my free time. I don't know if I've got a specific goal. I would like to. I don't know if it's going to be quite possible to grind my way all the way up to Skullgrim at 14,000. You could clearly see my gem count here is pretty low. And I'd have to use just the tokens that are in here along with basically grinding it with portal stones, which, you know, portal stones we've got, what is it, 350? Because we got a 50 set, we've got a 100 set a little bit later on, and another 200 set. Plus, I've got my 68. I cashed in, I think, like 100 portal stones or 150 portal stones the other day to do some of the Theaters of War. I still have another 50 and another 100 in my treasure room, so I've got about, 500 portal stones to start out with throughout this event and in my treasure room, you know, plus any gems I could pick up. I don't know. I've got to do the math to see if I can make it to Skullgrim. That would be my goal, but that's going to be a pretty intense grind for me. If anything, I'd be happy. I might just make it to the 5K. Here's the tricky part. I don't know about how you guys feel. Discord, same thing, community. You know what? I'm a little not as motivated to work my way through the individual milestones just because I now have all of the 2- and 3-star relics from the Theaters of War. I still think that's a little bit of a flaw with the Theaters of War immediately before the exact same themed event. Anybody share the same thoughts as me, or I mean,
flaw for what?
For the Theaters of War. I mean, having the lightning themed Theaters of War immediately before the event, it kind of takes away from a little bit, because like I already have the 2s and 3 stars, you know, specifically the 3 stars. So even if my goal was, you know, midway through, if you've already got those, it's not as much thrill to kind of work your way through. You're basically just doing a majority of the event for gems, stones, and, you know, you really don't start to cash in until you start getting into those 4 stars with this event.
And not only do we already have them, I've got half of them leveled already.
Yeah.
3 stars anyway, so.
Yeah, I think my Serrated Edge, the one that gives you the spells, I already have maxed. The runic, or whatever, the tattoo, whatever it's called, right? That I already have that one maxed. No, not maxed. I'm almost. I think it's like level 8 or whatever it might be. So, to me, I almost think it'd be more beneficial to have a Theaters of War following the event. That way, any players that weren't, you know, didn't have a chance to maybe get in and grind as much as they wanted to or finish as much as they wanted to, they could get into the Theaters of War and at least have a chance at completing the event, you know, or getting some of those rewards. I don't know. That's just one little flaw I see there, is they're already giving away quite a bit before the event even comes around. But let's keep looking at it.
I do like the fact that they give out the event relics, though.
That is nice.
That helps out a lot with even free to play.
Yeah, that's a big help. I don't know how people's did you guys get a lot of event relics? I did not. I got a single 2-star from it, so it didn't really help me out all that much.
On the silver, so if I were to guess how much I spent on the silver, probably around 8 or 10K gems.
So you were gemming that through to get that in there.
Huh?
You were gemming through to get some more battles in on the arenas.
Yeah, there was a couple different reasons why, but
Now that makes sense. I did not. I didn't gem the arenas this time around. I hit them, and I don't know. I posted in some of the chats. I don't know if anyone else took advantage of it too. But this morning, even though the event was over before this one started, the Theaters of War were still active a bit. Get a couple extra bonus ones in there before completely switched off. But
Yeah. I ended up with 5 event relics. Spent 10k gems. The only ones I refreshed were the silver. So I basically broke even when it comes to event relics, and then all the other stuff that I got was free.
yeah,
That's the way I look at it.
yeah, because they were costing you 2K a pull anyways, and
Yeah.
that's not bad. I mean, that's a pretty good value for it then.
yeah, I pretty much broke even with it too as far as getting event relics and stuff. I was able to get the Eye of the Storm and level it from 1 to 9.
Was that the 4-star version?
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty legit relic. I mean, honestly, especially, yeah, I've got it equipped on my Odin. I think I've got the 4-star and 3-star version for now, just because I'm not having any luck getting the other 4-star relics leveled up. The Shield of the Gods, what's the dude's head? The crows or ravens, the spear. I'm not having any luck with that stuff.
The dude's head, yeah.
Yeah, if only they called it dude's head, you know?
It would be so much easier to keep track of. I can't remember what his name is, but whatever. It's the dude's head. I literally cannot get that to budge whatsoever. I'm going to create a nice little picture of that relic and just swap out the name that just says dude's head.
Yeah.
We'll make it.
Talking about Munir or whatever.
Oh, let's go see. Whatever. I can't. Where is he at?
Munin, I think. Munin.
Yeah, that's dude's head. Where is he at? The Gungnir, the spear I can't get to level, and head of Mimir. There you go.
Mimir, yeah.
Head of Mimir, I cannot get to budge off level 1. And that's the same for Munin, the Raven.
I've got both of those at level 8. And I use them all the time on a lot of Titans. They're very good.
Yeah, I need it. I can't get him to budge. But when it comes to like leveling up 4-stars, I do not have very good luck. I usually can get a couple levels and then they quit on me, so I switch focuses. But I've been doing just now that I know they're kind of working on relic forging, I've actually kind of just put it into my own practice that I am going to max out 3-stars, ones that I maybe don't have 4-star versions of yet, or 4-stars that are being a bit of a pain. And when the new relic system comes around, then I'll put some energy back into 4-stars. Because if it is going to go the way that they've kind of mentioned, possibly being progression-based, then I can wait. I've been playing the game long enough now that I can be patient. But let me give you my value, right? As we just kind of swipe through here. Portal stones, tokens, the relics. What do we have in here in total? And I'm just going to swipe and talk. So portal stones, we've got 3 bundles, 50, 100, and 200. That's a 2100 value if you look at the gem comparison to it. We've got 4 storm tokens. So with that, we've got an 8K value. Again, here's another one coming up at 1250. And not that far after, another one up at 2,000. Not to mention, there is the one that's also included in the global leaderboard. I do not have those relics or rewards included in my value, but we could probably pop it in right at the very end. Again, 200 portal stones coming in at 2,500 in the bronze tier. As far as gems go in total, we've got 5 bundles. We've got 100, 250, 750, 1,500, and 2,250. In total, we end up with 4,850 gems. We've got 1 epic token, 8K value right there. I like the idea, Bo, what you were mentioning on the stream with Zalan of, you know, maybe hanging on to these tokens and using them with the Berserkers because your odds of getting 3 and 4-star Titans is a lot higher. So I think I might be hanging on to that. And if that's coming around next week, that temple takeover with Berserkers, you've got Cyros, or, you know, whatever everyone calls them. You've got Garn are your only 1-stars, and then everything else jumps right up to 3s and 4s. So your odds are higher.
Unless it's all Bo's fault, and they're going to release some 2-star Berserkers next week.
Just for the event, and then we can start hashtag blame Bo.
Yes.
Let's see here. Divine Gems. We do have 500 available here, so if anyone's working on tapping out, you know, getting back up to 5, or if you're doing, you know, the 500 pulls, then you can get it from this event as well. But you've got a bundle of 150 and a bundle of 350. So up there, you know, we've got some pretty, you know, decent offerings through the standard mix. I like having the higher number of portal stones personally. I like when they include the 200. I think that's a nice little extra treat, especially for free-to-play grinders. Silver tier in the reward milestones is where you're going to start earning more of your 3 stars. You've got your Norse Talisman. You've got the Epic Token up here. You've got the Whetstone, Skullgrim, all the good stuff. And then we start getting into 4-star rewards in the gold tier. We've got Grimwald up here at 18. Out of Titans, if we talk about the relics and Titans, you've got 3 2-star relics available. You've got 3 3-star relics. You've got 4 4-star relics available. All in total there, you've got about 30k value in gems for what you can get from that. For Titans, we've got 1 2-star, 1 3-star. Again, they're level 10, so I give them an epic token value. You've got 16k there. And then we've got 2 4-stars, which are Grimwald and also the Skullgrim in there, which gets 6k because I give them basically a 2k and a 4k value. Your odds of pulling from it, you might even consider them basically free now that they're in end-of-season rewards. But in total, guys, everyone that's watching now, watching later, what we've got is a 74,950 gem value event. When we look at the cost of it, at 22,000 souls, you've got 1,834 raids to do if you're getting the 1.2 boost. With that, it's going to cost you a little over 5,500 portal stones, and in total, that's going to cost you 33,012 gems to constantly refresh your portal stones, not factoring any refreshes, free portal stone drops that you get, anything like that throughout the event. So 33,000 gem cost, almost a 75,000 gem value, so you're doubling up on your cost to income benefits there, and that's your soul breakdown for it. But ranking, you know, everyone, I really didn't pull that one up, but we'll throw that down there for just a minute. Your ranking, you know, we got a pretty standard setup. We're not seeing anything different for this, and I was almost expecting to see something different for this global board. I don't know about you guys, especially Discord. You know, Zalan, Bo, Scorpion Sting, if you guys were thinking that maybe they would have done something different with the rankings, I kind of was. I didn't have anything specific I was expecting, but I was expecting these to be a little different. But I am going to do a full event rundown anyway, so I'm not going to spend too much time on here. But, you know, it's the only thing really different about this global event is the 5 rewards that we see here, which unfortunately we can't even track our progress, which is just a little bit of a bummer. So hit up Twitter, make sure you let them know we want daily updates. That's what we're going for. Now let's take Odin out.
I think there also should be like an actual like soul count, just like we, you know what I mean, a ticker.
Yeah.
It's on that page, so we know how many souls the entire community has, because it's there. It's actually, you know, there is obviously the function of adding them all up, because it's going to highlight that first 40 million eventually, but we just have to visually see it. So we got to get screens on it.
Yeah, screen's got to work at it.
So I just got Grimwald. His is a little bit better. I got Titan Lightning damage, Storm Maiden health, and damage and Imperial armor and health.
That's not bad. You know, your Imperials basically can be a meat shield for the maidens there, and when it comes to X skills, I think health is actually one of the best.
Yeah, I think that one would be pretty good.
Let's see, Odin, do your thing. For an event like this where I know that I've got some time to put in for grinds just because I've got to work my way through portal stones, I immediately go out and just hit these borderlands. I'm not worried about getting resources. I'm not worried about getting drops. I'm in it completely just to try to work my way through these raids. And those ranger, man, these ranger troops and titans, I hate when they just kind of stand there. There's troops on there. I wish that they would recognize the next enemy just like some of your melee troops do. There we go, Odin. Do you guys, viewers, Discord, did you guys take advantage of the monuments during the Theaters of War, and what do you think about that?
I like that a lot. I even got one Durad off of it.
Nice.
A 3-foot. I didn't know that that was actually going to happen, so for like the first day, I only hit him once, and then later on I figured out that on the second day I figured out that it was more often than once.
Yeah, I didn't realize it until almost, I think like 12 hours in or so, you know, could have gotten another round in, but didn't, because those all stayed at a 24-hour timer.
I'm sure that was unintentional.
Agreed.
But it was a nice little bonus.
I hope it stays. And, you know, some of you guys, you know, Scorpion Sting, I don't remember exactly how long you've been playing, but, you know, Bozalon, you guys probably do remember that the, you know, arenas and monuments used to be like that all the time. It would be, you could hit them each individually. They all had a 24-hour timer on them, but you could hit them individually throughout the day. Man, at one point in time, you could almost, I think when the game first launched, there was no bubble. There were no timers on them, right? That you could just basically nonstop hit them, yeah?
I don't remember that far back.
Jaeger, you were able to do the arenas and monuments. Like, I could have sworn it was each one of them individually, but only once a day.
Was it still? I couldn't remember if when it first launched, because I remember there was a big thing, like a big stink about when bubbles first came out for Titan, for monuments and arenas, that like the bubbles didn't show, so some people were accidentally gemming it. And I can't remember, but I do know that you used to be able to hit them, you know, each one individually. You wouldn't hit one and then bubble all of them. So I like that. I like the change to the arenas. I like the tiers, the gold, the silver, and the bronze. And I like the fact that those monuments stayed open because I was able to get myself some good food for... I didn't get any 3 stars. I have never gotten a 3-star from the monument drops, but I did get several level 12 Titans, you know, 1 stars at least, so... Come on. Odin's just back there supervising.
How'd your archer skill end up on your Odin?
I honestly don't remember what it is, but it's not that bad. I don't think it's as good as my Siegfried. Siegfried I was bringing into gold 2, and even though my archer, the relics I've been using, and my Siegfried is only like a mid-level 40, I was beating gold 2 pretty easily with them. You know, I was losing my troops, but I never got to the point where I was like, oh, I might actually lose this. I didn't fail on the gold 2s at all. And Odin, let's see what he's got. He's, like I said, I know he's not as good as my Siegfried, but he's got archer health and archer damage. And that's actually one I actually like because Odin's archers can stick around in a meteor spell and hit it and still survive, and I don't have to heal them, and the damage, of course, is pretty nice. So I've got a halfway leveled Heartseeker on him for Odin. I've got the Eye of the Storm on there, 4-star, 3-star version. Neither of which is maxed, but
I got armor and damage for him.
I think as long as you get damage, he's good.
Yeah.
To me, I personally prefer to take the damage and health over... I would actually take health over armor piercing.
There are some spots where armor piercing is really nice, but most of the time it's not that big of a deal. Even on harder garrisons and everything else.
Yeah. Yeah, but I know, you know, with the right relic combo, you know, once that damage number goes up, again, you could even add AP, get it up there a bit. I think out of the Norse gods, though, I think my Odin, came out the best out of all of them. I did not get a good, well, what's her name, Valkyrie. I was really hoping for a good combo there, but never got it. Jamie, you say it's a great combo for defensive Odin. Most attackers don't have high armor. You know, so yeah, I think high damage is great. You know, looking at armor piercing, you know, I think a lot of people, myself included, you know, armor can be so easily beat, so that's why I'm a big fan of getting to the health.
Yeah.
G Bacon, do you think that the devs will make it possible for us to see relic skills before unlocking them? Yes, they have actually said that that is their intention.
Isn't the serrated edge the one that has the 3 lightning spells or 3 lightning storms?
Serrated edge or reinforced grip? Whichever one it is, I think I've got it maxed. I'll put it on Odin. We'll bring some of those guys into the battlefield. Why not do that? Don't know if that was your subtle hint of let's get some storms out there, but definitely wasn't even thinking about it.
No, I picked it up. That I have the serrated edge right now, and I was gonna level it some.
I think it's the reinforced grip that comes with it, but we'll double check. You know what? I've got it written down somewhere. I swear I did. Is it in here? Let's take in some notes. Reinforced grip. Yep. Serrated edge comes with at 4-star. Max is 60% Titan damage, 50% Storm Maiden damage, and 16% Storm Maiden critical.
So I still need to max this one anyway, so.
Yeah, that's a good one. The reinforced grip gets you 60% Titan damage, 30% Storm Maiden AP, and 3 spells.
See you later.
Let's see, but I should. Oh, let's go in here. We'll do another raid. I'm actually going to switch. I feel like I was taking on a whole lot of easier lands for a minute there, and all of a sudden they probably shifted, and I just started continuing raiding. Let's see. Find our easy ones. There we go. Oh, let's tighten here. Let's swap out the Heartseeker. 34% boost, 60% Titan AP. For the low-level lands, I don't really need it. Let's find that 3-star. Reinforced grip. I need to favorite these ones. I've been using my favoriting just a little bit differently. I've been, all of the... There we go. This one here gets 2 gain lightning storm spells, so we'll use that one. 30% Titan lightning damage. I don't have any Storm Maidens, so that's all good. But I've been using favoriting lately to actually favorite all of my relics that I need to just get rid of for food. I don't know how you guys like to use favoriting, but that's something I just started doing. Mark all the ones that are duplicates or trash or I just don't need. This way when I need forging food, I immediately go right into my favorites tab.
Yeah, that's a good way to use it. I've been using it to favorite the relics that I'm actually working on at the time.
Yeah, I like to put it on the ones I'm working on.
Whoa, look at that. That is pretty sweet. I dig this spell, man. This spell is too cool.
It's very cool.
What level is the spell at that you have it?
You know, I didn't even check. We'll have to take a look and see. Where would it actually tell me what I get?
I'm guessing.
Same as your castle level.
So level 20 then.
Sweet.
I dig it. I don't know if I necessarily sits it right, but I got a chance to play with that spell back when it was in testing, and it impressed me right away. I thought it was awesome. Let's see, does it show? Oh, it doesn't show here in my spell list at all yet. Yeah, and it doesn't say what the level is, but if it is castle based, then I am castle 20.
Sweet.
Joseph was getting a root canal during the live stream. Joseph, were you listening to the live stream during your root canal? That's the question.
That's dedication.
If you weren't, you should have been.
Exactly. Will, you say you hope they unlock the relics we currently have hold in inventory. I don't think that will happen as far as showing relic skills, just because they weren't able to do it with Titans. I don't think they're going to be able to do it with relics. That's just my guess. But this spell, honestly, might be one of my new favorite things in this game. Honestly, I think it looks...
I can't wait to be using the Storm Maidens.
I mean, so what's your take on the Storm Maidens? What do you think about them overall? You know, I saw on the live stream a few people were not happy with a few things. Even some people were complaining about how the Storm Maidens were using the trees in cover and firing out from within them. I don't think that that's anything special to Storm Maidens. I mean, Unex do it, archers do it.
Yep. Everybody does it.
I don't see any issue with them at all. I think it's a good change for the game, and it makes things a little more exciting. I haven't been around when the last troop was released, so I came right after that.
First one. This is the first new troop. Everything else has been in the game since it launched.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why this is kind of a big deal.
I always thought there was something that released right before when it was in beta or whatever.
Yeah, I know if anyone played it during beta time that they saw new troops get rolled out, but, you know, from actual global launch, this is the first new troop. Look at that storm spell even take down Panthers pretty... It took out down the Panthers faster than it did the battalions of the Unex, so...
Yeah, that storm spell's pretty strong. And here's what I've noticed is that the less targets you have, the more damage it does to those individual targets.
Yeah, I think
So
it's...
if you drop the whole storm spell on, like, one troop, like one Goliath, it's going to do a lot of damage to that one troop. But if there's a bunch of them in there, it kind of spreads it out.
Yeah, basically spreads whatever that max damage is. I think it's not going to do that damage to each troop. It's going to be that damage total spread out by whatever it's hitting, right?
Yep.
There we go. Let's see. Where are we at progress-wise already? We're 192. So I'm working my way through here. You know, if I, you know, maybe aim to hit the blue tier knocked out today, and if I can keep doing that kind of roughly 1,500 souls a day, you know, maybe I'll just kind of see what that can do. I know I'm not finishing this one for sure. I mean, just pure cost-wise, I almost just can't do it. It's really all that there is. I think I've got 2 tokens, maybe. At least 1 token. And then I've got the 1 relic that I got from Theater's War, so I'll use that for sure. Alright, let's see how it do right here. Split it. I think that's pretty sweet. And let's hammer that 1 militia. Oh, Odin's about to get him. Alright. That's the one thing I want to test. Have you guys played with this at all? Anyone, you know, yet again, watchers, I'm still paying attention to your comments and all that. Everyone on Discord. Has anyone tried hitting this spell on a troop hiding in the trees? Does it target them? Does it know that they're there? Is this spell?
It does the same thing that the other spells do. It basically causes them to not be hidden with the first little strike, and then it tracks them if they move out.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's see. Swayam. Why devs hide the Storm Maiden's face at level 20? They look so beautiful. You know, it's just one of those upgrade things. It's actually happened to all of the troops. The spearmen, I think even the archers, you know, everybody's gear changes a bit as they level up. That it's part of what they do. I do think that's kind of unusual that they actually did put, you know, artwork into designing the Storm Maidens and how they look, but at a higher level, they just end up covering them up.
Yeah.
You know, I think that is rather interesting choice, but again, you know, several other troops start out, especially the spearmen, they start out with their face showing, but later on they get the entire, you know, full coverage of the helmet and whatnot. And on a side note, I think this is also one thing that I actually kind of have some good respect for what DOT does, is they don't treat like female characters differently than male characters. Like, we don't have the traditional like bikini clad characters for the female ones.
Yeah, it's a very realistic style as opposed to the cartoony, you know, anime style.
Yeah.
I actually appreciate that a lot.
I mean, these Storm Maidens right behind me are probably like the most least dressed character we've ever seen in DOT.
Pretty much.
All except, I think, Aurea. Aurea got a little bit of different, you know, someone different designed her. Someone wasn't keeping up with the standards. Man, I dig using that spell. I think that thing is just too cool. I'm loving it. I could use that thing all day long until I can get that 4-star maxed. I think I'm going to start taking that reinforced grip with me just about anywhere I go.
Is a very large target area.
Yeah, and it gets, I mean, I forget what the size of it, but it's going to have a, I mean, I think what I have it as, that area is going to only get bigger. So I think that'll be the thing with the spell, is as you upgrade it, it just gets larger in the coverage area. Let's see here. I'm going to catch up with some comments. Sucks to know that most of us all have all the relics up to 12K from theaters already. Yeah, Ron, that was something I kind of mentioned earlier, is it's almost kind of detracts from the event a little bit just because so many people already have those relics. Jamie, your comment, just a feature in the game. Trees hide troops. You can use it to your advantage or against you. Absolutely. So you guys are kind of, posting about that. I don't think there was anything wrong with it. I don't think it was really a glitch. Troops that are in trees can fire at you if you get within the range. That's part of the strategy of it. And I completely appreciate it because I use it to my advantage when I can. Ricardo, when will the new spell be released? During this event, or I think at the end. It's all part of what kind of comes with the finishing of this event. It doesn't necessarily have a specific milestone, but I believe it's just coming from this event, right? When you can build it will be a different story. I think we might see it in drops like we typically do, but when you can build it, you will have to have a spell forge at level 10. And I noticed, Ron Gamer, you asked that question. The Spellforge level 10 unlocks at castle level 23, and I'm not 100% sure when that is. Let me take a look at what's my Spellforge at right now. Spellforge. I'm at level 8 at castle level 20, so it's definitely going to be one of the higher castle levels. Let's see, at castle level 21.
The Spellforge only goes to level 9.
Is that what it maxes out at? So at castle level 21, I'll be able to upgrade my Spellforge to level 9.
Yeah, that's what it maxes out at.
So they're adding in a new level then to build it. So if you're at castle 25, then you might have that additional level to upgrade your Spellforge at.
Either that or they just got the level wrong on the stream.
Well, I mean, it's not only in the stream; it's there on the event roster too. Which, I mean, if they do, that's great. It gives something for endgame players to at least do for a short period of time. Upgrade a Spellforge, build an Asgardian Hall, and go from there. But if at 21 it maxes at 9, then it would have to go 23 maybe would be the next. I doubt you'd have to wait till you get to 25. So, Ron, I'm going to maybe agree with you that either 22 or 23 will be the next upgrade for that.
I believe they did say on stream that it was like 23.
Okay.
I am at Castle 23, so I have one of my Spellforges maxed at 9.
So if they
I don't know, they would have to add that level.
No. And I wouldn't be surprised if they do. So, it gives at least something extra to do. And they've already mentioned of things that it looks like they're putting some plans into and some effort into, really working, more stuff to do, especially for higher level castles, because they even made mention weeks ago about this is one troop who's going to be introduced at Castle 14, but they are already planning a troop for Castle level 16. So it's clearly going to be, we're not done with what you can do with your castle yet, which I think is a good thing. Let's see. G Bacon, you asked me if I'm an NTG player as well. I am not G Bacon. I am a leader of the Sanctuary Alliances. Friends with Non-Toxic. I've played with them during some events. I'm on the band chat. I'm good buds with Zalan and Bo through DOT. Me and Bo have done some joint streams, a couple of them now. What are we at, Bo? Like 3? Have we done? We've done at least 2.
We've done 2 in person.
Yeah,
together.
two live streams together we've done. So I am, although I'm not NTG, I'm a friend of him for sure. So that's why if you happen to watch any of my videos, I might say a few things that NTG kind of considers a little taboo. So don't be shocked by that.
And you guys even took it a step farther. You guys even shared a hotel room together, right?
Yeah, Bo was kind enough to let me call Big Spoon on that one. All right, let's drop this thing. Let's get him. God, that spell. I don't know. I just think this spell is just absolutely wicked. This thing is awesome.
I can't wait to get it.
If you've got that reinforced grip, anybody, if you get that reinforced grip or you already have it from the Theaters of War, upgrade it right away. Get yourself, even just the level 3-star gets you 2 of those spells to use. So it's, I don't know, man. I think it's a blast. I could see that thing being, I'm not going to lie, that thing could be a real pain in the ass on defense. Like, that'll be more wicked than getting hit by a meteor strike for sure.
I could see that.
Especially because it's just that smart spell. I mean, wherever it drops, it is going to target any troops that are within that zone. So it's not just a random hit. I think that thing's going to be something to definitely a force to be reckoned with on defense for sure.
Yeah, that'll be a Garrison Defender thing.
Hold on. Is Zalon still on Discord? Right? I got to make sure, Zalon, that I'm putting the prediction out there that that thing is going to be a force to be reckoned with. Do I have to call that a Jaeger prediction TM? Is that going to be best practice while on Discord here?
Definitely. Yeah, you gotta make sure you put your name behind your predictions because then we know who to blame.
Exactly. Let's see. Asrios, they're adding troops is also good since it shows commitment to keeping the game going. Absolutely. I think everybody that has played this game is definitely down for this game being an evergreen style game. That it's there's always going to be something different happening, from meta changes to troop changes to spells. We're seeing quite a bit more of that now. I mean, honestly, guys, I think over these past couple of weeks, maybe months or so, we've seen more effort put into, adjusting the game and updating the game than we have, for maybe the first 9 months the game was out. Beta changes or meta changes, troop changes, introduction of spells, the X skills that have happened to Titans and stuff, the combinations, the events that are going on, even just the little changes of finally calling events solo wars, alliance wars, the Theaters of War, Throne Wars came out. I mean, these past 6 months have probably had more action and change for DOT than, the 12 months prior to that.
Yeah, that's true. They've been very. It seems like they had a lot of resources tied into the whole Throne Wars thing, and then now, since that's kind of sort of over, they'll still be tweaking it, but I think they got it mostly correct. We're going to start seeing this stuff come out more often.
I mean, and overall, what do you guys think? I mean, and everyone that's watching too, the direction that DOT is heading with the, Throne Wars coming back around, their commitment to updating relic forging, finally we have the introduction of Stormmaidens. I mean, how long has it been since they mentioned, having these in the game to us? Out of 1 to 10, and let's not even do that. Let's just keep it down to 1 to 5. Scale of how happy you are with the direction that DOT is heading. Is it moving somewhere that you will continue to play it for the next 6 months, next year? What's your feel? 1 being you're not too happy with the direction of where they're taking DOT, and 5 being you're totally happy with the direction that DOT is heading. In the comments, do me a favor, post that in there, live now. If afterwards, if you're watching this, post-mortem for the stream, let me know what's your overall feel for the direction that DOT is heading. Bo, Zalon, Scorpion Sting, what are your thoughts?
Me personally, I think it's a solid 3.5. Kind of maybe in that 4 territory. Whereas 6 months ago, I might have given them, like a 2.5.
Yeah, I totally agree with you there. Actually, I'm probably sitting more on the 4 right now. I think the overall direction is pretty good. But agreed. Like 6 months ago, I wasn't sure exactly where it was going. We actually got quite a few 5s. Let's see. Joseph 5, Clay 5, Rob Lincoln 4. They need to rotate events a little better. I agree with that. Farias 4.5. Riojas a 4. It will be 5 if they give us more relic space or solve the collections dilemma. Ricardo 3 slowly. Florida Rebel.
So, Bo, are you taking over, or are you gonna let Gaming Jaeger run a little bit longer?
No, man, we're at an hour. What's up?
Oh well, no, I was just curious because Bo really has the opportunity to go for 2 hours, and if he didn't want to, he can let Jaeger roll for longer if you want.
It's up to Jaeger, whatever he wants to do.
If you are set, I can pass it over to you because this is technically my lunch break that I just decided to kind of jump in here for. So if you're set, I can definitely pass it off, and let's start closing up because I did hit an hour, and I actually started out saying I'm going to keep this to an hour. So Zalan, thank you for keeping me in check. Leave it up to you.
Yeah.
You got the master schedule, but Zalan, let's go through that schedule here. Let me pull it up on the phone. Let me know if there's any adjustments for anyone that's been checking it out in band.
There aren't any real adjustments, but there is still time slots available. There is definitely some vacancies between some spots later today. But after Bo, we have JJ coming up. Obviously, Bo is for the next 2 hours. Then JJ soon after, with Godan following JJ, William Brown following Godan. Hour or two later, we got Anthrax. Hour or two after that, we got Shooter McGavin. And a few hours after that, Ron Gamer. And then myself and Soldier are going to be doing some streaming tomorrow morning.
Okay, and we've got a little bit of a a window through the middle of the night. Maybe we'll see how it goes depending on how the event's going. I'll try and see if I can pop back in for any of those slots and just see what's going on. But make sure. Let's see. We're gonna go ahead. Oh, Bo, you already posted it, but I'm gonna do this. Let's exclamation point Zalan. Let's go through. Just throw some links in there. Exclamation point Bo. Let's see if we can get Nightbot doing its thing. Getting these links in here.
Yeah.
I got a few more that.
Hey, bud, I need 3 minutes. Can you do 3 minutes?
You got 2.5.
Okay, all right.
I know, I'm kidding. You got it, dude. When I see the notification that you go live, or you just holler out on Discord that you're going live, I'll start paying it off. But I'll start doing a wrap up. I'm gonna start kind of closing this through. So let me see if there's a few more questions we've got going on here. Florida Rebel, you said if they fix some simple stuff, it'd be an easy 4, maybe 4 to a 5. You've got a few dislikes overall, but I think that that's expected. I don't think there's many games out there that would get a perfect 5, to be honest. Long overdue, but it's good to see change in a new direction. Jamie says still a lot of issues to work on. Lexus says a 3.14159. So you're rating DOT with pi. Good to know.
Say around a 2 to 2.5 when about 2 or 3 months ago I was starting to get pretty tired of redundancy, but with the changes that are going on with them fixing Throne Wars for the most part, and then also bringing out Storm Maidens and talking about a next troop and everything else, there's a lot to look forward to, and I think the game has a little bit of a fresh breath of air.
Agreed. So here's the question we'll kind of leave this on. Is they left us, look at that, on that single troop. Oh my God, that is sweet. Sorry. I'm totally digging that. I mean, just look at, I don't even care what's happening on the back end. That is sweet. And 2 of those for free, just on a 3-star. So I'm digging it. I'm in love with this Storm. It's legit. In my book, that Storm gets basically a 5 for me, at least. This is, honestly, using that thing in battle has completely It will just completely re-energize my battle gameplay. I think that's going to be fun. The storm mains are going to be amazing. But here we go. Anthrax also said in the comments he can maybe take the hour before his scheduled one if it's open. Anthrax, if it is, just jump on there on band. Let us all know. It's all yours, I think, if it's open. Ricardo, it's too hard for new players. I will agree with that. I think there's some uphill challenges for new players. I would like to see the campaign fixed up a bit to allow new players to jump in there, earn some rewards to basically catch up. But, you know, the lower leagues, you get in with a team that can help you grow. That's what it's all about. You've got, you know, Non-Toxic is out there, of course, doing a great thing. I've got to, of course, let you guys know about the alliance that I'm in here with. I co-lead with a few other people. We've got 3 alliances. We're Sanctuary. You can find us throughout the leaderboards in many of them. Sanctuary, Omega, Delta, Alpha are the 3 main ones we have. We also have Sanctuary, Sigma, I think, is what we're using for that one for our event team. So a lot of different things. You can always connect with me. All my stuff, we'll use that hand, is all up there that you can... Ooh, my finger got cut off. Is all up there. You can hook up with me on any of that stuff. But here's some things I want to just... What's up?
Who provided you Sanctuary for the Throne War beta?
Non-Toxic. What was I in Hammer? You guys gave me some Sanctuary for the Throne Wars, and it was... I still have to do my video on that one, but I definitely have some shout-outs coming to Hammer. So, again, a lot of kudos. Even though I'm not Non-Toxic, very good friends with you guys.
Yeah, well, I was just going to say, the battle to get into Throne Wars was definitely absolutely ridiculous. And I think...
Insane.
Looking back on that, was some of the best competition that we've seen, and it was before Throne Wars, right?
Yeah. I mean, we were fighting to actually get into promotion zone, and we had a total of 6 teams that were targeting us intentionally and only, keeping us out of the promotion zone. So it was an intense battle. But here's the thing I'm going to leave you on. Bo, it sounds like you might be ready to go, but here's the thing that I just want to put out there, and maybe we can talk about Bo on your stream too. At the very end of the dev live stream, the devs mentioned that they have something really big, really great. They think it's going to be awesome. They think everyone's going to love it, but they didn't give us a hint of what it is. I'm really curious. What's it going to be?
No idea.
But that's some food for thought for the end of the stream. Overall,
4-star Runas.
well, it's 4-star Runas. Sweet. If it's a lightning version, we'll finally get a lightning paladin, so I would actually be okay with it. But let's do a close-up here. We've got the Gathering Storm event going on right now. It's the first of its kind in a global leaderboard, which means not only are you working your way through individual milestones that you can just see here. Stay tuned. I will have a separate event rundown video, of course, with the good old music intro. I'm going to have to find myself a song for this one here. But we've got the individual milestones all the way up to a platinum tier, 22,000 souls. Ranking is really nothing too different. We have our standard titans. We've got our XP relic has been, I think this is its 4th or 5th time coming out in this leaderboard area, so it's pretty expected now. But the one thing we have that's very different for this is the global leaderboard. And it doesn't look like we have hit the 40 million soul mark, which is the very first soul mark. I expect that to light up, which will be some portal stones. Then we've got an event token. We've got the tattoo, the whetstone, and storm maidens coming at 200 million souls. How wicked is that, right? But we've got 200 million souls for storm maidens, where we'll get to build the Asgardian Hall. You've got more streamers coming your way all throughout this event, at least for the next 24 hours or so. Bo is up next, so make sure you get over to his channel. Bo, are you live now?
Live. We are live, guys.
All right, Bo's going live. His link is up there in the chat, so make sure you check it out. If you're watching this post-mortem, you still get to see the live stream chat, so make sure that you still click that link and get over to his channel if you haven't been there before. It's Bo Ganora with NTG. Let's go ahead and kick it over to him, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm Gaming Jaeger, and